Dusty.
What?
We need to get ready. It's a Dan-centric episode of Gettin Sidetracked.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have put on my good hoodie. You guys play Van Halen a lot.
Dude, you don't think I know that?
Right.
I got sit in there for fucking 4 hours
Dude,
every day, man.
Anytime somebody would complain and be like, oh, you think you've got it bad?
Yeah, motherfucker.
How long do you sit in there?
I am in there all morning long.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
The best was when I was at a remote and these three guys walked up and like, hey, Dave, love the show. And I was like, thanks, man. Thanks for listening. And he's like, you guys play too much Van Halen. The other guy's like, you play too much AC/DC. And the other guy's like, hey, you play too much Aerosmith. And I was like, well, you just named three of the most famous fucking bands of all time. So I guess
none of which are technically playing anymore.
No, they're not. No, they are not.
Because Aerosmith recently dropped.
Dude, and also it's just getting disheartening too to realize that you hit classic rock and it's no longer just Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd or
oh my god, dude, when they bust out like Nirvana,
yeah,
I'm like, go fuck yourself, you assholes.
Green Day, fucking, you're like, what?
You guys remember this gem from the last century? Oh god,
no.
I thought I was listening to the Laser. Oh man, well how's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, you know what movie sucks?
Yeah.
Business right here.
So, yeah, I wanted to get this one out of the way right away because I'm going to be able to fast forward through it really quick because I don't want Logan to hear this. So, on Friday, I got off work a little bit late, but I got off in time to take Logan to go see a movie he's been really excited to go see, which was Dogman. And it based on like the guy who wrote the books for like Captain Underpants is the same guy who does Dogman. So I figured it would be that kind of humor, and I thought Captain Underpants was actually pretty funny. But keep in mind, this is the Friday of the opening Friday night, right? Granted, it's at 9:00, so a little late for a kids movie, but still Friday night, only ones in the theater.
Ooh.
Whoa.
The entire I kept telling Logan, I was like, no, there's once the previews start, there's going to be a family that walks in late or something like that. There's going to be a date that comes in where, hey, we like kids movies, and no, not a single fucking person.
Wow.
And I now know why.
Oh no.
It just like he laughed and he loved it and shit, but to be honest, like I like kids movies for the most part because they have a little bit of good humor for the adults, but it's like cute and whatever. This one was just dumb.
Oh no.
And I think I went one time.
Oh,
that was the biggest reaction they got out of me the entire time.
Oh.
No.
But Logan had a great time, so I was fine with that. But,
I was going to say, like, the real score here is that Logan's probably going to remember that forever. Like, me and my dad were in the theater by ourselves.
Oh, yeah, dude. And he was like, when he would laugh really loud, he was like looking around, and I was like, it's okay. Go for it, dude.
That is sweet.
So,
right
yeah,
there.
so that was cool, but it was the movie that we watched was just I literally was watching my watch. I was looking at my watch the entire time. Just like, fuck, this has been on for an hour already.
Damn. So what is Dogman? I have no idea who Captain Underpants is. I have no Dogman.
It's kind of depressing if you think about the premise. So at the very beginning, it's about like a cop and a dog. They're chasing after this evil cat who's played by I can't remember his name earlier when I was telling somebody about it. Pete. The guy who dated Ariana Grande?
Oh, Pete Davidson.
Davidson, yeah. He plays like an evil cat. And they're chasing after the cat, and they get involved in like an explosion, accident, whatever. And they decide to put the dog's head on the cop's body. And so it's just Dogman. He's like a super dog cop now and runs around and blah, blah, blah. And the dude, like, he goes to his old house, and like the cop's girlfriend has already like found another boyfriend and left and moved and shit.
Oh man.
And so not only does and as far as I can tell, the cop's dead because I mean they don't use his head. And so I was thinking about it. It's like, God, that's actually kind of dark. So he ends up like buying his own dog house like out on the edge of the city and living there. But like,
oh my god,
that part really got me thinking about like the dark parts of it, and was like, ugh, like that kind of sucks for that cop, because like they have his bodies, their bodies are like right next to each other, and one of the nurses is like, hey, I got an idea, let's do this, and like so he can clearly hear it because he's alive at this time. So apparently they just cut his head off and like, fuck it, throw it in the trash.
Wow.
We're gonna use a dog now.
That's somehow darker than RoboCop.
Right. I know. At least they didn't like replace him with a dog. I mean,
at least it was still
wait.
him.
Was there anybody that was melting because they got thrown into a bunch of like acid?
Now
or
that you
something?
mention it, actually, the ending when they get the cat. No, I'm kidding.
Does he shoot someone in the dick?
Yeah, and it like totally explode.
That is hopefully a RoboCop thing.
Or I guess
forever.
Since he's a dog, then he just bites them. I guess, but
no genital mutilation in this
That's
in
good.
this kids movie.
Damn
man, what a turd.
So yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't like Captain Underpants. Like I said, I like Captain Underpants. It's funny. It's got Kevin Hart and I can never remember his name. Ed, the guy from The Office.
Yeah.
Ed Helms.
Yes, Ed Helms. But yeah, like that one's actually pretty good. So you should watch Captain Underpants instead of Dogman.
Well, that's an IP that I've at least heard of. So
yeah, see, I mean, and yeah, it's fucking Captain Underpants.
Wow.
He's a superhero.
That's crazy.
So does he get a promotion at the police station because he can now sniff weed?
Well, the thing is actually the mayor likes him, but the police chief doesn't like him or acts like he doesn't like him, but secretly likes him because but it's just dumb. I can't say anything else about it other than it's not funny, except for a couple of small parts, and it's just dumb. So
that sounds awful.
That's awful.
God, that sounds awful.
So yeah,
man, and because sometimes there'll be a crappy movie out where they like just ram the marketing down your throat, hoping to get some like Flight Risk. Have you guys seen previews for that?
I
one?
actually think that I'm not going to watch it in theaters, but I'm
Yeah.
going to watch it when it comes to streaming because I think seeing Mark Wahlberg as a villain, we haven't seen him as a villain for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that.
It's the bald thing. I'm like, what the
why?
fuck, man?
Right? It's one of those like, okay, it's
it was
like
a choice.
you know how they criticized Brendan Fraser for playing a fat guy in The Whale, and like they're just saying like the role should have gone to an actual fat person.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this case, I'm going to complain. Can the role go to an actual bald person?
No shit, man. That's
Representation,
fucked up.
man.
I
That's some
didn't know if
bullshit.
it was supposed to be funny because he kind of makes a funny face.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Is he sitting down
Yeah.
in the cockpit? Like, why is he on the ground? And he's going, he's like, here's Johnny. And you're like, what the fuck is... I'm so confused.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It looked... Once I actually watched the preview, because I saw the little like picture for it with like his bald head, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's weird.
And when I actually watched the trailer, I was like, okay, that actually looks interesting. Not interesting enough to give money for theater
Sure,
or anything like that, but something I already pay for at home. Yeah, sure, why not?
Not enough for me to remove American currency from my wallet and hand it over to another person.
Man, 2025 just has not been good for aviation, and I'm going to include that movie as part of that.
No, that Ring camera video of that
The one in Idaho?
or
Jeez.
Pennsylvania,
Philadelphia.
and Philly.
Yeah.
So okay,
Holy
Can you
fuck.
not keep track of this shit? Come on.
that's that exactly.
What the fuck?
So is it just me, or like are we just like hearing about it more often, or are planes just dropping out of the fucking sky? Like what the fuck is going on? Like is this something we really
I
want to
would
get into?
like
on the
somebody to
Gettin'
tell me it's just
Sidetracked?
happening more
I
often
know,
so I feel
I-
comfortable flying,
I
but I
don't-
think it's not.
I couldn't agree more. I don't want to know. Either way, I'm just going to keep on trucking down the road. You know what I mean? Because
Gotta keep on keeping on.
it's so frightening.
Yeah.
The video of those people, like, they hear it before it lands, and they're
Yeah.
like, ah! I mean, dude, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that, man. I don't know. I'm freaked out.
That's Dude, and nothing worse than when you actually have a plane ticket for, and you're going to fly soon, and then you see some news like that. I don't right now, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Sarah
Still
flies.
just regular sad.
Sarah flies in 2 weeks to Chicago. So we're like, no. Don't show the girls.
At least Manhattan's not a super busy airport.
Yeah, we're flying out of Kansas City.
Oh,
well, they are. Yeah, they are. So.
Oh boy.
It's not. Well,
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Well, the fact that like a flight from KC to Chicago, like I've taken longer shits than that. Like you go, Brett Brump, and you're like, hey, we're here. They're like still handing shit out, and they're like, oh,
dude. Okay, I do remember like the one time that I've flown directly to Chicago. That was the case. Like literally right after I finished my free soda, I was like, oh hey, yeah, we're going down now.
There's Wrigley.
Hey, there we go.
It's fucking crazy.
It's pretty clutch. I like that.
It's pretty cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, shitty movies aside, how are you, DG?
Really good. As we spoke about the Cats. They took down number 3 Iowa State.
I did see that and was very pleasantly surprised.
Almost like by 19 at Iowa State, which is a really hard place to play.
Dude, the funny thing was the commentary during that game was fucking hilarious because they were the entire time they were like, "This is just a brand new team. I don't know what the hell's going on here," but like they were like, "We don't know how this is happening right now," because
they just threw like all there's like whatever, man.
Stats? What are stats?
Fuck stats and fuck the whole season has been super weird. They're on like a 3-game winning streak. They play tonight. As for me personally, you guys want to? I don't know if I want to talk about this like personally, but
I mean, we don't have that many fans.
It's okay. we paused the recording, so go ahead.
No, I couldn't be freaking awesomer, man. I am living the dream. The babies are kicking my fucking ass.
Oh, cut. I thought you were going to give me some drama. Shit, hold on.
I have no drama. Yeah, I have
Reset.
no. I don't have anything like fucking crazy. It's just like, life's good, man. Life is good.
Nice. Well, I had some drama. I had a very up and down moment before arriving here. I took like the most restorative shower that I can think of in recent memory. Like it was like, when you go to the car wash and you get like the double undercarriage rinse and like everything else.
Yeah.
Well, I spend like $15.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go for the Willie special or whatever.
So yeah, it was nice. I got out of the shower feeling just like so fucking relaxed and good and everything, and then I stubbed my goddamn toe on the corner of the bathtub. And just kind of took all in just in a flash. Just
yeah.
Because then you like kind of like you flop sweat a little when you stub your toe. Like you get a sweaty forehead and you're like, what the fuck,
dude? That'll fuck up a winning lottery ticket.
Yeah, dude. I thought that I like like when you hurt yourself and you're like, oh, that's definitely bleeding.
Yeah,
and you like look down, and you're like, you're like expecting to see a puddle of blood, no blood. Just pain.
Just redness.
I would say the blood was all still in the toe. So,
and it's a mixture of like pain and frustration because it's like I walk all the time. It's like I know where I'm going. I know my house.
And I have tiny fucking feet. How the fuck am I stubbing my toe on anything?
Good donk. And you always expect to see it like, like all fucked up.
Yeah.
But no.
Nope.
Oh, God, that sucks.
Well, I'm over it now. It's still a little throbby, but I think that maybe tonight's topic might be a nice little palate cleanser for that.
Okay.
Are we talking about rice in it?
I was thinking about talking since the Super Bowl's coming up. We could just talk about soup bowls and what your favorite kinds of soup
Bread
bowls are.
bowl!
God damn it, you beat me to it.
Go. I like the ones with a little hook on the side.
A Panera bread bowl.
The one you try to carry with one finger and you're like, ow!
You can't.
Damn it! It's hot and it's heavy.
No.
And the weight's always shifting every step you take.
Man, what the fuck?
I still managed to burn myself. It doesn't matter. No, actually, I would like to because it's just so fucking prevalent in everything we do all the time, ever. I want to see what you guys thought about the old internet.
Oh, fuck.
I like it.
You like it, fans?
No, by the way, make sure to go on to GettinSidetracked.com.
And all of our social media channels and anything else where we can possibly make it commercialized.
Yeah.
No, I've been
YouTube.
been thinking a lot about the nature of the internet since a buddy of ours, Jeremy Ricci, posted something online on the internet saying he wished it didn't exist. We'd all be better off. And I was like, he's fucking right. But then I was like, no, he's not. He's not right. There was a sweet spot. We missed it.
Oh, by a mile. Like, it was a while ago.
So,
but yeah, I would agree with you. I don't think we wouldn't be better off completely without it. But yeah, we have overshot it by a while.
Like, there were some circumstances where the internet was pretty fucking tight.
It was. You know? It was. Back when you could say things were tight, it was awesome. Like, the internet was a pretty cool place.
Now it's just sick.
Now it's definitely not having a good time, bro. Definitely not having a good time.
It's not hep anymore.
No. It's heck.
It's
yes. Hecka bad.
Absolutely.
Hella bomb heckadoodle.
So yeah, we'll get through the golden age, I think, of the internet, or what we each considered the golden age. It's here, but let's just take it from the top with a brilliant man by the name of Al Gore inventing the internet.
Let's be super serial here.
Which actually, I had to look into that because I was like, so why does everybody say that he claimed he invented it? And it was just during an interview he said that he took initiative in getting some stuff, like some circumstances proper, whatever.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
Well, but dude, I remember I watched the clip that they always referred to, and they took it and completely ran with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like they were trying to find shit to make fun of him. Like, yeah, he's boring and he's whatever. It's like, oh, did you hear that? He said he invented the internet. This fucking guy.
No.
And they just ran with it completely.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the clip or anything, but just from like the words, it was just like.
Oh yeah, no, I read it.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't a video, but it was like a news article. Or
it was
something,
literally just saying like he took the initiative to like support it and get some stuff lined up for it to be a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they were like, no, you didn't.
So
bullshit, you didn't say that.
It's a joke, Johnny.
Like pretty much every single fucking crazy cool invention we have, it was the U.S. military. So think about it right now and think 2025 and think 30 years ahead. That's where they are.
Damn. Living in 30 years from now. What kind of cool shit they got?
They got iPhone 38 and fucking...
What do they got that we can ruin totally?
They're all dying of carbon monoxide poisoning.
They probably have awesome internet where they're like, let's give these plebes the shitty kind where everybody hates each other and it's filled with bots and
connect to it.
Everything costs money.
Okay. A modem? You still need one of those?
No, so all the way back to the 1960s when ARPANET was developed, and that was the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, and it was basically just to get some decentralized communication going between research institutions and military things and whatnot, and that's kind of how it was for like almost 30 years.
Nerds!
Like a glorified radio?
Kind of. I mean, yeah. Just being the ability to send packets of information from one machine to another and then have it put back together magically so you could read it.
Your mom's fat. Send.
38
no, that would have been like
later.
Hey, we finally got one. Oh, son of a bitch.
It says your. that would have been the coolest thing that they sent. Otherwise it's all these like fucking packets of info. They're like, people's addresses. What do we need this shit for?
Coordinates for what?
For what?
Binary?
Who gives a shit?
0 1 1 0
Who killed Kennedy?
No, it wasn't until the 90s though when the guy who actually could get credited with doing something about like inventing like the internet as we know it, Tim Berners-Lee. He's the one. He came up with the World Wide Web in 1989.
Wait a minute. War Games didn't invent the internet?
Matthew Broderick?
Yeah. I thought Matthew Broderick invented it.
No, he just killed a guy.
Oh, with a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I read that on the internet.
But me too.
Yeah. I kind of forgot what we were talking about for a second. So I was like, internet, come around. Okay. So he gets credit for the name? Of like calling it World Wide Web?
I think that, and I think he maybe also developed HTML.
Okay, I was gonna say he better have done something other than just name it. He's like, hey, call it World Wide Web, and everybody's like, he made it.
Yeah. And the guy that came up with information superhighway, he's like, what the fuck, dude?
We'll give you nickname rights. Right?
Okay, cool.
No, early browsers were things like Mosaic, which I have never heard of.
Never heard of that one.
And Netscape Navigator, which we have heard of. Good stuff right there. But for the first time, people were able to connect from their own home computers, and like there wasn't a whole lot to do back then.
When you could actually get a page to load, because it took 28 fucking minutes, and it charged you by the minute.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people nowadays don't really recall that. Like, we used to get charged literally by the hour.
Yeah, there's something like that.
You got charged by the hour, and it would take like 2 hours to load a Godzilla fan page that some guy made that I liked to look at half of before my time was up, because my dad'd be like, "All right, nope, 2 hours, you're cut off. It costs $18, dude."
Dude, and you're like, when people put too much on their page, you're like, "What the fuck, man?" You know, like, just keep it simple, stupid.
This JPEG image has almost finished downloading.
Right,
dude. I remember like it was yesterday. It was 1996, and Coolio they were interviewing him on MTV, and he's like, "Hey, if you're not on the World Wide Web, man, you ain't shit." And I remember being like a kid and being like, I know what the internet is. Like, I know what he's talking about, but I had never been. And so I remember it was one of those AOL, like, here's a free trial.
You get with like a pizza or a magazine or just in the mail.
Yeah. They were just kind of
just on your doorstep. I mean,
like,
under your pillow for some reason.
Oh, my God.
Next to the candy bars, checkout, and everything. Just everywhere.
Take 5, please.
No, really.
That's a good idea for a candy bar.
Those are good. Though.
They are pretty solid. They're not too bad, but no. So yeah, early internet. Do you guys remember what year it was when you got the internet?
97.
97?
It would have been 97, because it was leading up to, it was just before the 98 Godzilla came out.
Nice.
Because that was one of the things that I checked out later on after I started using the internet, was the trailer for that, which seriously took a half an hour to load 15 seconds of. So, yeah.
Would you have a 14.4 modem?
Sure. I don't know.
Whatever was...
No, we had a
whatever boxy ass thing came with whatever.
We had a 36K. So.
Oh shit!
Is that better? I don't even know.
Slightly.
Okay, cool.
We're talking kilobytes here.
You're like, we're flying.
Yeah, dude. Our first machine had a 14.4 modem on it, and it was just the what year was the Byte Fight?
Good question.
I forgot, because I remember
your episode,
95,
motherfucker. I was going to say
95. So man, we must have had internet in 95 then, because when that shit happened, we heard the news on the TV or whatever, and we all rushed back to the kitchen where my mom kept the computer, and all huddled around it trying to see if we could get like an image. Yeah. We just wanted to see what somebody's ear looked like that had been bitten off.
That is like the greatest thing about the internet, is like the speed of the news.
Yeah.
Like, just change the game completely. I know I'm jumping ahead, but like Twitter, that's why Twitter was so fucking rad back in the day. It's like the news, you didn't have to even wait for the internet anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was just there.
It was just even if it was really slow, like 14.4, 36K, and I remember when we got a 56K modem.
And you're like, all right.
And you felt like we'd made it, you know?
Porn has never been this real before. Can't wait.
I have a porn store that I'm going to get to.
Yeah.
Early proto-internet porn store.
That's like a subgenre, I'm sure.
It's pornha.com, because the B never loaded. No, but yeah, no, we got it. And then the sites that I fucking like to go to when we first got it, I only had like 2 websites that I visited. Okay. And it was cheatcc.com.
Oh,
Cheat Code Central.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And remember how it had, I don't know if you guys remember how it had like frames the way it loaded?
Yes.
Where you had like a left scroll bar and then a right scroll bar?
Yes.
And it was almost like 2 web pages in one page?
Yeah.
That shit was awful.
That's right.
But at the time, I thought it was like the best design choice ever.
Oh, of course. Because it was the only one.
Yeah. And the other site that I really remember going to a lot was wrestleboard.net.
Ooh.
And
okay.
that was like a... kind of like a forum, but like it was almost like a, like the Fark.com, where they have like an aggregate of like different things. But it was just kind of like that, but with like insider wrestling news from people who'd gone to like the house shows and just whatever. They were just posting what they knew. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it came true, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah, dude, those are like Usenet so much. You remember those like
Usenets?
Oh my god, them babies went hard, man. People were in there really like giving out the good shit. Now you can get it wherever. It doesn't even matter. But back then, you had to go to those weird sites. God, I remember Ask Jeeves. Was massive, man. And Yahoo. I spent an ungodly amount of time on Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yeah. I think it's because it was the fastest loading page. It was like Yahoo was for one hot minute like the shit. It was you had your email on there. They had fucking games, groups. We could do whatever the fuck you wanted. And now I don't think I've been to Yahoo in a decade.
Dude, Yahoo Chat.
It was the fire, man.
Teen swimming pool. Which sounds really creepy and awful to say now.
Yeah, no wonder they're like, let's shut that shit
It's like, hold on, let me look into it real quick. Oh, wait, maybe. I'm on a list. Okay.
But no,
gotcha.
Yahoo, when I was looking up like the most visited sites from the 90s, that was like right there at the top because it had, like you just pointed out, everything. It had the chat rooms, it had news, groups, just like business stuff, all sorts of shit.
Yahoo Groups was my favorite shit.
Yeah,
man. I loved Yahoo Groups.
Good times.
Do you remember what chat site was it or chat room or whatever that you and I used to go on to all the time and fuck with people?
Swear to God, I think about this. I think about it once a month, and I cannot
it wasn't
remember.
Yahoo Chats. I don't think.
No, because they were monitoring Yahoo. They're like, fuck you. Me and Dusty were burning people in the other one. I can't fucking remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was, but we used to go on there like after school. Just like the whole point was literally just to fuck with people.
Crush.
My favorite thing about those early like the 90s chat rooms and stuff was that you had like 11-year-olds and 40-year-olds. Yeah. And everybody was just saying they were 16 and from Cali.
Free for all, man. It was a fucking free for
No
all.
one was telling the truth.
No. And you always felt weirdly vulnerable and like
like, can you see me?
I know, like he's gonna pull up on you, you know?
Are you sure that you're not a dude?
What the fuck? Why would I be playing around?
And it was fucking our mother's mutual friend Sonia, R.I.P. Mm-hmm. She was the one who like I've just like never let go of the words she said to me once. She's like, "You don't know who you're talking to. It's probably a 55-year-old toothless inmate." And I was like,
"Oh,
it probably is."
Holy
You're right.
shit.
Oh my god.
I'm glad that shit stuck with you because that's basically the same speech that I gave Logan.
Yeah.
When it comes to like Roblox and shit like that, I'm like, you have no fucking clue who that is unless it's one of your friends from school. Then you ain't fucking talking to him.
Hey, what is Roblox? What's going on here?
It's just like a bunch of like, basically I think people have a way of like making games in it that other people can join in and just play, and it's just whatever. Like it literally, you can just kind of make a game where it's like, hey, let's run around and shoot things. That's all you have to do,
dude. And it has mass appeal too, because like Ethan has been playing that shit since he was Logan's age.
Wow.
And like still plays it.
Damn.
And he's he's 18 now, so like
God.
You'd think he'd be into like more grown up stuff, but it's still pretty hot, man. They still love that shit. Yeah.
But yeah, it's whatever the fuck. I think the appeal isn't necessarily the game itself. I think it's just the community around it.
Yeah.
Because like Logan plays with like a friend of his that moved to Kansas City, so they play like every night. So he gets to like basically play with his friend. So I mean, stuff like that. It's like that's cool but then at the same time, you have like 50-year-old guys trying to join games of little kids. Like, hey, how's it going? It's like, no, get the fuck away from me.
That's crazy. Kids. That's the difference between Gen Z. They want to have communities and play together on these games for years. And millennials, we want to destroy each other and call each other's mothers names while we are killing the video game version of that person.
See, and that's the reason why I don't do the chat while I'm playing video games.
Oh my
because
God.
Not only am I afraid of what will come out of my mouth, But just hearing other people talk shit, it's like I don't need that. I'm already frustrated because I'm losing. So it's like if I'm getting my ass kicked in Mortal Kombat, I don't want to hear some fucking kid being like, "You suck so much at this game." Like, I know, man. Come on.
Or like, why are you breathing so hard? Like, shut up.
You're like, well, I have a job
and asthma.
I just walked up the stairs.
And
Okay,
I just ate a sandwich. Leave me alone. Dude, that shit, man. Okay, Roblox, man. I didn't know what the fuck that was. And
it's basically a game that has just a shit ton of little mini games in it that you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think it's more about like community and shit like that.
Yeah, it seems like there's really no end to the variations of games.
It can literally just be anything. In fact, I think Logan got for Christmas from his grandpa like a program where you can make your own. I think he has a game on there that he just like made. Like you can just like add stuff in. Like, oh yeah, I want to put in. Like he's got a bunch of like Five Nights at Freddy's characters in his.
That's fucking
just like
rad.
whatever.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
all I really know about it is that there's something in the game called Robux. And that's how you buy stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that we've seen Robux appear on bank statements more than we thought it would. And there was an investigation.
Oof.
And
Robux investigation.
The accused party maintains that they were hacked.
I'm sure that's exactly what it was.
Dude, the world of Robux is one terrifying place.
Dude, it does scare the shit out of me
You
that
don't understand.
one day Logan's going to find out how and just be like, click, 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 click,
Oh,
click, click, click. Like, and now I can't pay rent. Awesome.
Yep.
Oh.
I think sometimes I think you might get a little bit of I remember I did have to contact them at one point because so much had happened.
So kind of like the early days of cell phones, my mom had to call and be like, shut off all games and all ways for him to get ringtones.
Oh, yeah.
I was ringtoning fucking left and right.
Like every friend had a different ringtone.
Oh, yeah, man. And they all 99 cents, baby. And the ones that are $1.29 are like, never. Fucking never.
That stuff lasted way longer than I thought it would. Like, not the ringtones, but like the charging for like little things.
Yep.
Way later than I thought it would.
The microtransactions?
Oh, yeah.
Which still exists today. They just morphed into video games.
That's true.
They went from cell phone bullshit to video game console and computer bullshit.
And I'm like,
yay.
Bring it on.
Right.
They make it look like a casino game. And I'm like,
yes. Dude, yes.
Yeah,
horse shit. They've been seeing commercials for quick hits or whatever, which you see those slot machines all over every casino. And I'm not going to lie, it makes like a little thing in the back of my mind click on. And I'm like, ooh, oh.
Yeah, but
like the smell of a casino floor just comes back to you, and you're like,
why can't I see out the windows all of a sudden?
What time is it? Nobody knows.
Hey,
can I get another drink?
Can I get another Bloody Mary, please?
Sure.
Come on, sweet cheeks, get over here.
Do you guys, when you go to the casino? Sorry, I don't know. I'm apologizing for getting sidetracked here. But, do you have a? Do you have
he
a?
Said it.
I said the thing. Do you have a casino drink? In like that you would drink at the casino?
I don't drink alcohol at the casino very often because I get stupid when I drink alcohol. I'm like, I'll have a soda. I'll go get like a Pepsi and I'm fine. As long as I can sit down at a machine, smoke a cigarette, drink a Pepsi, I'm good.
That's wholesome.
Well, I mean, like I make dumb decisions just like out and about when I'm drunk. I can't imagine being at a casino and hammered. I'm like, fucking put it all on black. And they're like, this isn't even that kind of a game.
Yeah. Meanwhile, somebody on the other side of the table is like, what'd you just say to me?
That's fantastic.
No, not like that. No, yeah, it doesn't mix. It's not good.
No, it's not. But, shot in a beer.
But my favorite is
shot in a beer for me every time. But I used to do Caribou Lou's 151 Bacardi pineapple juice because I was like, I'll drink them slower.
Sure.
And then I was like, hey, I know how to play 3-card poker. And you don't know how to play 3-card poker. You fucking stand there and I'm going to smoke a cigarette.
Sir, this is roulette.
This is the parking lot
Yeah.
You're crying.
You're in
and
Topeka.
Your pants are off. I'm in Kansas City. No. Yeah.
There's just Sarah in the backyard going, honey, come inside.
You're not. Fuck it.
Did you just get the quick hits app on your phone? What happened?
I can win real money. No.
Dude, I like a Bloody Mary. Because you drink it, and then at the end, there's olives.
Ooh.
See, I'm not an olive guy, so
damn.
yeah.
Ooh, it's
good
good
stuff.
Bloody Mary, baby.
Also, I'm fucking sad because I feel like every time I've gone to the casino since COVID, every time since then, it's probably been a few months at least by now, but there was less and less smoking section on the floor, and I don't even smoke, and I think that's fucked up.
I went post-COVID for my birth. Sarah took me for my birthday. I think it was 2021. Everyone was back up and ready to roll, and I sparked a square up on the floor, and I almost got tackled at Prairie Band. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? They're like, no smoking. And I was like, this is a casino.
Yeah.
I'm like looking around, and they're like, yeah, dumbass, no smoking. And of course, like they're like, we're not kicking you out, but you have to smoke over here. And I was like, no fucking way.
Because the cigarette smoke does not travel past this barrier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, you don't think the cigarette smoke has ingrained itself in everything in this room? Like, give me a break. You go to the casino, you're gonna smell smoke. That's the way it goes, man.
And it's like, even if you don't smoke, you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because I know I
that
sure
means
as fuck
the
do.
money's gonna roll in, baby.
Fucking back to the internet.
Yeah.
So you brought up Yahoo, which is a hugely popular website in the 90s. It's a husk of itself nowadays, I would say. They tried to revive it a little bit with that game show. There was like a Yahoo game show for a while.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It's not good. No.
Yeah, I watched it. It's got, doesn't it have like one of the back, no. I can't
Joey
remember who the host.
I
No,
can't remember who
he
it
hosts
was.
something different, and he's fucking terrible at it. But yeah, it's, it was the guy who he was the main character's brother on Scrubs. Fuck. I can't remember. I think he was in an Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. But like you would recognize him if you saw him.
Holy shit.
I swear to
Not
God.
Jason Lee.
No.
I would actually watch that.
I would too. That'd be amazing.
I gotta look it
You gotta
up.
find that out.
I'm gonna go to yahoo.com though tonight.
I dare you.
Definitely going.
I'm just sad because my first ever email address was a Yahoo email address, and it is no longer. It does not exist.
I have my fantasy football league. I've been in a dynasty fantasy football league for years now, and it's Yahoo. So I still have the email address. It's dtones, but it's on there. And yeah, Yahoo fantasy football. But I have not. I'm going tonight, baby.
Do it, yeah, man.
I'm fucking going tonight.
So yeah, it still exists, but here's some of the other hugely popular sites of the 90s. AOL.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that even exists
You've got mail.
anymore. Oh man.
Whoa.
MSN, I'm pretty sure, is still around in some form. Netscape, I don't know. I don't know what happened to them.
Nah, they were murdered.
They were murdered at GeoCities.
Yeah. In Zynga.
Oh, Zynga! I miss my Zynga. I wish I would not have nuked that because it had the worst angsty teenage boy bullshit drivel written on there. eBay launched in 1995, still going strong, even though it kind of sucks now.
Yeah. What would eBay accomplish now? I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just like a Facebook Marketplace type thing, but like across the whole country or whatever. But
it's just like
All over the world.
yeah,
you can still bid on stuff. Like that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
So you can still bid on stuff.
There's a lot of stuff that you can just do buy now, but yeah, for the most part, the idea is still how much can I get for this? By the way, Tom Cavanaugh, that's the guy who hosts Hey Yahoo. See, I told you you'd fucking recognize him, you asshole.
I can't see him back
He
here. But
went
that's
little.
okay.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I did it a little by accident. That guy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's JD's brother in Scrubs.
Okay.
But anyway. Okay.
Tom fucking Cavanaugh.
I just think the JD's brother on Scrubs, and then the guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Those are two of the longest pulls ever.
I mean, what else have you seen him
crazy,
in?
Dude.
Have you seen him in anything else besides Hey Yahoo?
Remember, he was the guy's fucking landlord, and Don't Forget About the Rain.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
But he had like the cane and like.
Yeah, I remember. You know what? He was the unnamed third baseman in Major League 4, Return to the Gladiator Dome. I remember that.
That was Major League 5.
Oh,
Major League 4 was back to the minors.
Free agency.
So what other websites did you guys like to go to?
E-Bombs World.
Oh!
I was a big E-Bombs World guy.
You were funny as fuck.
Yeah, dude. Because that was like you saw some shit on E-Bombs World, man.
Dude, and I was one of the early adopters of YouTube. Like I went onto YouTube early. I was watching Dr. Tran on YouTube was a long fucking time ago. The Charlie the Unicorn and shit like that. I mean, but E-Bombs World and YouTube were probably the two biggest ones back in the day that I used to go to all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One time when we still had dial-up and we still had like the family computer set up, I decided I had the house to myself. I was gonna go look at some fucking some boobies,
adult material.
And I remember I tried looking it up, and then I found a site because everything was like paid back then. There was no. The kids these days are getting into porn addiction easy, man.
Oh yeah.
There was no like free stuff. It was all paid.
And like depending on what state you live in, you just can't look at some sites.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, that video's not on that one. Let me look at another one. Boom, there it is. Right.
This
there.
One's hosted in Sweden. Here we go.
Virus on my phone. Great.
And I finally found something. I tracked down something. I started to like go download like a set or something. And I remember like a picture like fucking half downloaded and then stopped, and then the whole machine froze.
Oh yeah.
And then I hear like the keys and the doorknob and everything.
Oh.
Dude, I don't think at that point in my life I had ever panicked as much as I panicked in that moment. I unplugged the fucking computer.
Hell yeah. That calls for a hard reset.
Yeah.
Push it out the window.
Oh yeah. I don't know what happened.
A raccoon came.
Yeah, it got caught on fire.
There wasn't even time for like the long press on the power button at that point, man. It was just straight out of the hour.
No, you take that you take that surge protector and you rip it out of the wall, sir. I don't know what happened.
Speaking of coming close to ruining the family computer, did you guys have Napster or LimeWire?
Oh man. So I didn't have Napster. I had LimeWire. 5 sure. That's the one. I got into that too much. When I went to Hutch after high school, I went to Hutch and I was on a LAN. It was just like any song you could think of, like just be watching TV, and you remember they played those commercials with like 70s hits, like, and it was just like,
wow,
that was amazing.
That was like not only on pitch, but like on cue.
On cue.
Return to innocence.
Oh my God.
More than words.
Life is a highway. Black Velvet. You know, but it was like Black Velvet. Download that, buddy, and somebody be at your computer.
I'm on it.
Yeah. And it was just like, this is crazy, man. What are we doing?
I'm gonna go through the back door with a worm.
Hackers, dude.
What do you think the password could be? Cherry 7.
Up.
That's it.
Dude,
so I didn't have Napster. I didn't have LimeWire. I had a girlfriend who had Napster and LimeWire.
Yeah.
Ruined her fucking computer.
Yeah. Exactly. Dude,
Load
we
that shit
fucked
up.
her mom's computer up bad. But hey, I got a CD or 3 out of it.
Remember you download a song and you go, man, where'd you get this one? And you're like, oh, fuck, not that version. Or it'd be like Bill Clinton, like some guy doing a bad Bill Clinton impression.
Dude, I remember
weird.
Specifically, I downloaded Queens of the Stone Age one time,
Ooh.
and I didn't realize until after listening to it, burning it onto a CD, and then playing it in my car that it was just the first verse on a loop playing over and over again.
Oh, no.
So I was like, hey, I know all the words. Hey, I fucking still don't know all the words. What the fuck is going on here?
And plus, everything had, like, the worst compression.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, a cymbal just sounded like just tin.
I always wondered, like, could I become one of the people that puts the music out? I didn't know how you became that person.
A seeder.
How do you become a seeder?
I don't know.
You just do it?
You just take your CD, you put it in your CD drive, you close it, and you go download to Napster. I don't know.
Dude, that's what I wanted to do.
Problem solved.
I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to help out and like get good versions of the songs out there. Because I'm like, I'm looking at these 15 versions of the thong song, and this one's got 3 bars. That doesn't look very good. That one's yellow. That looks weird. It's like, what the fuck, man?
And then after a while, you kind of get an eye for like the file size to see if it's the right, like, you know, that's no way that's the thong song.
Yeah, that's way
21
too
kilobytes.
big.
That's way too much, man. You really, it wasn't until the Pirate Bay showed up.
Oh,
Hoo-wee. Man, that's when that shit went real hard.
They're still going, aren't they?
I don't know because they got shut down like 56 straight times.
Yeah.
But when that shit started coming on, where you can start downloading movies and stuff, oh, baby.
Dude, I tried to download Lord of the Rings. Hold on. Which one? Fuck. The Two Towers.
Oh.
And it took 27 hours. I'm not even kidding. I let it do it overnight. And I got to the part where you can, it's like going around the mountain and you can hear a kind of an echo of, you shall not part. Cut off.
No.
All that time just wasted.
Oh, and the file was huge too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it fucked my shit up bad.
Dude, you try to download that and your computer just like turns into a black hole. It goes like, oh shit.
Like the house from Poltergeist.
Yeah, man. What happened? He tried to download Lord of the Rings off of Pirate Bay.
And they only moved the tombstones.
Okay, a couple of honorable mentions I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Of funny sites that you could go to. Joe Cartoon.
Oh,
you guys remember that one?
I remember Joe Cartoon.
Vaguely. I didn't really do it.
I don't really remember much that was on Joe Cartoon, but I remember... it was the... Was there like a gerbil in a microwave or some shit like that? Because at one point he was making fun of the hamster dancing.
I remember Joe Cartoon.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That was a good way to kill some time for a while there. That was good stuff. So when do you guys think that the internet started to morph into kind of more what we recognize today? If you have an answer.
The fucking minute that it didn't cost $62,000 to be on the internet on your phone.
Yeah.
Once you started to be like, once that got good and then apps became a thing, that's when it all changed.
Just
like,
out the window.
Fucking gone. When you still had to like go to a website, like a mobile site. I remember on my BlackBerry being like, ESPN has a mobile site.
Oh,
now.
yeah, shit.
I clicked on it and I was like, this is awesome. And I thought it was so cool. It's when like that stopped being expensive, and then when apps started coming in, man, oh man, and it's fucking wild out there now.
Everybody's eyes just turned into fucking dollar signs.
Man,
yeah.
Dude.
Because that's the thing I think that I miss the most about the olden internet is that there just used to be stuff that was just there because, just for fun or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, my sister Sarah, she was a huge Backstreet Boys fan. And she found this fan website dedicated to the Backstreet Boys that was like the funniest fucking shit I have ever seen. If anybody could ever find that on the Wayback Machine or something and let us know where it is, I would love that. But this person was clearly a huge fan, but she also hated them. Like, she liked them so much, she picked out all the little things that she hated about all of them. She called Howie DeRoe a troll. It was fucking...
Holy shit.
It was great.
I love to hate.
Good stuff. I miss that kind of content, man. Like, just like... Because she had to, like, learn how to fucking build the... Like, they didn't have Squarespace back then. You had to, like, learn how to HTML and all that bullshit.
Dude, we actually did that in a class.
Nice.
And I made a... because didn't you make a website about, like, Pokemon or something?
About my hatred of Pokemon.
Yeah, I made a Pink Floyd website.
Fuck
so, I don't know if it's still out there somewhere. You'd have to happen on do it by accident, by, like, basically hitting your elbow on the keyboard a couple of times.
It's on the dark web now, man.
There's people that love that site on the Parkway.
Oh, well, hey.
They're like, hell yeah.
I wish you would update it, man.
Yeah. I remember like when big time like HBO's Tenacious D website was just nothing. It was like 2 pages with a couple pictures. Now everything is glossy and nice, and of course they want you to go like to a app or you know what I mean? Like it's always pushing you to something else. But I remember the early days of the internet where like legitimate stuff, the websites were just shit, man. You get on there and be like, oh.
Yeah. See, now, my thought process behind the whole morphing thing is I think, and I'm not going to name one of them specifically, but I think once social media in general became accessible all the time, I think that's where you started seeing the kind of terrible side of the internet. Because before, you had to go and look for the bad stuff. Like if you wanted to see like a dead body or something like that, you had to go and like search one out. It wasn't just like, oh, hey, I'm going to turn on my computer and
and you had to go ask the Ians and the Bryans of the world where to find that
shit. The original Google or older brothers, dude. God.
And I mean, 95% of the time it was bullshit.
It was a bunch of bullshit, yeah.
But like as soon as the terrible stuff started coming to people on like a daily basis, that's where I really kind of saw a shift in like, oh yeah, the internet's a terrible fucking place.
Yeah.
Most of the time. I mean, not every time, like when you go onto YouTube and watch an episode of Gettin Sidetracked.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But every other time.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy
and
out there.
Cats.
Dude,
cats take up a very special part of the internet.
Pets in general, talking birds have been filling up my FYP lately, and I'm not disappointed with it at all.
What's an FYP?
The For You page.
Oh, okay.
On TikTok.
Wait, what the fuck?
I knew something Dan didn't know.
I was like, what the fuck's he talking about?
FYP.
You know what's weird? Facebook is 21 years old today. Today is their 21st birthday.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I remember when Facebook.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
It was
21.
the Facebook, and you had to be enrolled in a school, and that school had to have a Facebook page, and that's how you got on Facebook.
That's actually what I was gonna say for one of the things that I think brought about change was like when they dropped the .edu requirements, and just like everybody got on there. It was like, fucking man, we used to have this nice little like community, and it didn't matter if you were an Ivy League or getting your associate's degree or what the fuck, or if you were a janitor. It didn't matter. It was just kind of a, closed off little thing, and it wasn't crazy.
And then people like me ruined it.
Hey, you weren't old enough to ruin it at that point.
That's what I think is like, baby boomers and Gen X. Thanks a lot. You fucked it up, man. You fucked it up.
It was just a nice little pool party, and it got ruined. It was the Yahoo Chat teen swimming pool party. And then
which is totally fine.
R.I.P.
Nothing problematic about that at all.
Everybody's a decoy.
It was.
And that's another thing. Is I think the anonymity aspect of the internet was kind of nice too, because nobody knew who anybody was, and you could just be a fucking asshole and get that negative energy out without it making you lose your job.
Now you go and like punch somebody and you're fucked.
Yeah, man.
You're fucked.
Or you go out and you say something racist.
Ooh.
You just lose your job.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus,
Like when I tell people that my heart goes out to them, then
they're like, oh, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Where's he work?
Hey, he did it twice. It was just it was showing twice the love.
Oh my god!
If only some people would lose their job.
God, is that a job you can lose?
I don't think so.
I wish you could. Can we just collectively fire somebody like as a society? But
okay, where do you guys think the internet is headed?
Well, if it stays on the modern trajectory that it's been going down for the last 10 years or so, maybe 15, not somewhere good.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm sorry, but I am one of those guys that, because I'm a single guy, that like if I go on to fucking TikTok is really fucking bad about it too. But like I'll get messages that, hey, sexy, blah, blah. No one on there is real. So I'm just like block, 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 block. If a real person ever actually attempts to contact me, I feel bad for him.
Hey,
I really
sexy, and you're like, block. Like, damn, that guy's a dick.
Right? But seriously, none of them are fucking real. But if anyone ever does truly reach out to me and I'm like, fuck you, robot, that's why, okay? Just don't get offended. But just seeing the side that I normally see of the internet, I don't even see like the super dark bad shit, but it's all kind of going that way, it seems like. So for me, I don't think that the internet's going to be in, I mean, I don't want to say Terminator, but it's like, it's kind of headed towards Terminator type
I think
timelines.
It's going to be scarier than that, because like I would probably prefer a giant robot chasing me rather than an AI that knows everything.
That just like talks you into somehow killing yourself.
Yeah, doesn't even have to build a robot to do that. It's just like there's no hope.
It cyberbullies you to death. It's the perfect muck duck.
It finds your old fucking like GeoCities pages and shows it, and you're like, oh god, and you cringe so hard you just die.
His shoulders break.
You remember this Zynga post you made when Claire broke up with you? You fucking loser.
When we found him, there was a screenshot of an old text message on his phone.
I will say this, like we're talking about all the bad stuff. There are like, I know that it's bad to say this, but like Google Maps, I'm glad it's there. I'm glad I can see stuff and I can do a street view and I can look, like if I go somewhere, I like to look at it beforehand and like kind of get my bearings. I'm also a freak of nature. I love to go to other countries and just zoom in on cities and drop myself down and just look at what I love that. And Google Earth, I think, is one of the raddest inventions they've ever made. Also, when you're traveling and there's a giant wreck, I know about it because Apple Maps or Google Maps will tell me there's a wreck. For me, it's almost like, what is the internet? Like, what do you mean when you say the internet? Because it's so tied into every single thing that I do. I pick up the phone and I'm on the fucking internet. Yeah. I'm on the internet more than I'm on. I watch TV.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure,
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what even is the internet anymore? It's everything. It's all encompassing, in my face. And if I want to know, are the Cats winning? Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Are they?
Yeah.
I guess I should specify by saying what I guess I should say is that the social side of the internet is going in a much worse direction. Yeah. But I will absolutely agree with you. There's aspects of it that, I don't know how people functioned as adults back then that didn't have like Google Maps and shit. I know we had to use MapQuest for a little while.
We had 3-ring binders,
but we
were like, okay, Dusty, where are we going?
But we were young adults at that time. We were handling our shit, and we were like, I don't know. It's just, it was a different time for us. Imagine right now, and like you driving your kids to anywhere in fucking Dallas or something like that, and you don't know where you're going. It's like, oh, bring up page 38. No, you would lose your fucking mind. Now.
It would suck.
Yeah,
I remember when my dad had us lost on the freeway in Denver for like an hour.
Oh.
And we were just like going in circles looking for this fucking exit.
There's the Holiday Inn.
There it is.
There's the Holiday Inn. There's the Holiday Inn. They got a lot of them around here.
There's that guy weirdly threatening us. Denver's always got somebody like flipping me off. I don't know.
Driving there menacingly.
Dude, they've got an app now too that's pretty badass. It's for people who are afraid, like weather anxiety, or I guess you don't have to maybe just want to avoid bad weather. But it's an app that reroutes your directions based on the weather.
Holy.
Like if you're trying to avoid fucking hail or storms or rain or any of that, it will tell you it's coming up and like get you a new route.
See, that's what I think is next. Like before the like Snowmageddon, we had all that ice that just like dropped on us. Like coming up, they're going to be able to tell us like it's coming. So you got to stay off the roads. And, like, that's kind of the stuff that's, like, just born out of, like, I know it's not the internet, but it's going to be one of those things that it's, like, information is going to be so accessible. It's going to be even faster and faster and faster and better and better and better that I'm like, fucking bring it on. For one, anymore, I keep my Facebook just because I have friends on there, and every once in a while I look at, I look at it a lot to like get into other people's shit, but I hardly ever post anymore because I'm like, I want the Gettin Sidetracked stuff to get like, you know, like here, check this podcast out, but I'm staying out of that shit. And I think I'm going to be done like posting on social media. I've had my fill, and I'm like,
but dude, you have one of my all-time favorite Facebook posts out there. And it was like, I can't remember the exact verbiage of it, but it was like when Facebook allowed you to use bigger font. And you were like, Facebook has big font. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I remember because I was
an oldie but a goodie. I mean,
I like think about that twice a week.
Yeah, I was super excited because for years I'd been like on Dusty's page, like, I wish my words were bigger. I could say "fuck yeah" to this right now, but I can't say it bigger. It just is the small little letters, and I was like, "Sorry, Dusty, I mean to say fuck yeah, big," you know.
Imagine this,
bigger.
But bigger.
Yeah.
Remember how Facebook used to make you have to talk about yourself in the third person too, because like your status would be like is whatever.
Thinking about beating up Dusty. Yeah,
dude, I tried it like once, like the first time I ever posted, and after that it was like, Dusty is, hey, did you guys ever think about how big your toes really are?
That's my favorite post. Like, damn, Dusty's taking mushrooms. If social media was like that, I would be on that shit 24/7. Like, yeah, dude.
Dusty is. Check out this picture of Jedi squirrels.
That's good.
Well, I'm kind of tending to go more toward the Dusty side thing here, and I'm thinking darkness in the future of the internet. I think, have you heard of the dead internet theory?
No.
It's this theory that there's not really many people actually there, and it's all just bots and AIs and all sorts of different things communicating with each other, and like, which it's kind of happening because like even Facebook announced that they're getting like fucking fake accounts made or whatever, and I've seen it happen on Reddit.
I didn't do that.
It's crazy.
Dude, X, like, I know that they talked about like getting the bot, like getting rid of all the bots. It's more now.
Yeah.
Like the pages, the stuff that pops up in my feed are a lot of people that I don't follow, and it'll be like, here's a thread about this, you know, and it's like a really long thread that you have to scroll through. And every single person that comments, I'm like, that's a bot. I fucking know it. It's a bot. It's a bot.
You can just you can kind of. It's weird because you can't tell, but you can.
You can for sure.
Yeah.
I remember like before. Sorry, Dusty, but before I really started to like think about like how many bots and how AI was like this or that. I followed this page on Twitter called "This Person Doesn't Exist," and they create the AI creates these pictures of people that look exactly like a person. And they're like, this person does not exist, and it gives their name and where they're from. And it's crazy because you're like, wow, but you can kind of tell, like, over here, the hair looks a little weird. Or, like, their ear isn't fully, like, an ear, you know, it looks all weird. Or hats. AI doesn't know what to fucking do with hats or beanies. Like, a beanie on someone's head, AI is unsure about what the fuck that is. But it's weird. This page, this person doesn't exist. It used to be a novelty thing and kind of funny, and now it's like, there's that's like, real now.
Yeah, it's real fucking funny until you see you on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, what's gonna happen when it does inevitably make a name and face that match?
Yeah, like, hey, this person doesn't exist. Dusty Moore lives in Manhattan, Kansas.
Like, wait a second.
Born in 1980.
We're lucky. We're lucky because the AI uses. I've noticed. It uses numbers, like it goes based on population. So a lot of people are from China, and it'll be a total white guy. It'll be Guang Xijin from, you know, and you're like, they're never gonna get me. That's great. That's great. I am safe.
I actually have something in common with AI. We both don't know what to do with our hands in pictures. Seriously, if there's a picture of me on the internet with hands in it, I don't know what I'm doing.
Have you ever done hover hands?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like when you're like behind somebody's back, but you just kind of like, it's classy, right?
I'm someone I think it's classier to just go ahead and put my hand on someone's back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I identify mostly with just doing because I've never had to like think about that.
Yeah,
but it made me question myself though because you start to see pictures like Keanu Reeves and they're like, look how he just respects women's boundaries and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm pretty sure you're respecting their boundaries as long as you're not grabbing their fucking ass.
Yeah, as long as you're not. Instead of that, I do the old "I'm your buddy" with my arm on your shoulder. I go, "Hey, how you doing?" And I never got in trouble.
Nobody asks for pictures with me.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? Nobody want a picture with me? No. Okay.
You guys want an autograph? No? Okay, cool.
No, you got a compliment on you gave Nicole one of those when we ran into you at the grocery store.
I
gave
did.
her one of those, and she was like, "I just love a hug like that sometimes."
Yeah.
You know, it's like at the right time and everything. It's good stuff.
See, dust.
See, so
dastardly.
Ask me for a picture. I'll give you a hug. I don't give a shit.
Put my hand wherever you'd like.
For 100 fucking pictures.
I'll fucking slide my credit card between your butt cheeks. I don't give a shit.
You don't even have to do that. You just tap to pay now.
Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working?
Do I do it on your
ass,
do I do it on your forehead or where's this supposed to? Dude, do you guys do that? You guys ever pay with like your phone or watch or any of that shit?
So is this gonna if I divulge this information, can someone use this to hack me, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I pay straight cash, homie, every time, no matter what. I never only exclusively use my phone from now on. I pay in dimes.
Nice.
I like to do a combo just to throw them off a little bit. I'll be like, can I do all but 97 cents on my watch?
Yes. The guy's like, I don't give a fuck.
He's like, dude, I get off in 5 minutes. Just whatever.
Please don't give me 99 cents.
Do you have change for 100?
No.
Every time I try to do it, I feel like I'm like, okay, this is the time I'm going to use my phone or my watch. It doesn't fucking work. Mm-hmm. And I end up feeling like an old man counting change. You know,
I have to explain to people at my work, be like, it's towards the top of it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, hey, there it goes. There you go.
You go.
Good job, buddy.
The thing I hate is when people count on change, you know, and then they go, no, you owe me 55 cents back. And I'm like, why are you doing this to this kid? This kid doesn't fucking know, man. Like,
I clearly gave you 26.07, so that means you owe me 32.52.
Like,
oh, I hated
get
that
the fuck
shit.
out of here.
God,
man.
I hated that.
One day, I'm like, you're going to be gone, and that's going to be amazing.
Why don't you take that change, put it into a sock?
Yeah.
And I'm going to smack you in the face
Fucking
with it.
old people giving you an extra 7 cents so they could just get a quarter.
Yeah, and you're like, man, listen.
Fuck you.
Here's $10. Go away.
Make
forever.
your own quarter with the change I'm giving you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, just for the fact that it costs more money to create them than they're actually worth, just give me all my shit in pennies.
Yeah.
As a statement. Be like, I hate the government. Here's $10.
Here's some gold dust. That equals $32. Leave.
It's legal tender. Legal tender. Oh, before we get out of here tonight, is there anything that you once saw on the internet that is now gone that you wish would come back? Because that's the thing. It's bullshit, man. Everybody's always like, oh, it's going to be on there forever. And there is so much shit that has actually gone missing from the internet.
There's a bunch of like old Vines and shit that didn't make it to like where all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, hey look, I remember that old Vine. Well, what about that story time or whatever. And yeah, so some of my favorite Vines are just gone.
That's dead on. There are so many Vines and so many people that I followed on Vine where I didn't get their name, you know? So I'm like, damn
it's
it,
just gone
man.
forever.
I wonder what they're doing these days, you know? Like, it just sucks.
But yet the one that like definitely made it was the girl dancing, like just when she turns her head to, what's it, Take On Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that one makes it, but like my favorite story time doesn't.
Yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about where the guy's like, story time.
No,
but he like just he does shit to random people. He's like, but little did she know that he was going to propose to her, and the guy's like, no, that's not true.
I remember that guy.
But yeah, like he did a bunch of them, and some of them have made it into the new era. But yeah, a bunch of those went missing.
Yeah,
that's a bummer, man. Fucking, there's one singular video clip that I wish I could find that I've tried searching every way that I can think to, but it's a video of it's just like a stationary shot of a car, like you see the hood of this car, and all of a sudden the guy just throws himself on the hood and rolls off the other side, and he gets up and like has like some sort of anime style quip. He's like, oh, that was just a scratch or whatever. That tickled. And I just want to find that fucking video.
Damn it.
It's gone though.
Keep Googling it.
I'm gonna keep
going for it because
Bing
it's gonna
pop
up.
Have you binged it?
I have not binged it.
I mean, I'm just saying the more heads you got thinking on the same problem, the more likely you are to
Lycos.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go to Lycos.
I'm gonna go Lycos. Go to Yahoo.
Yeah.
Make Ask Jeeves, because I'm sure
Jeeves,
it doesn't exist anymore, so you have to make a new one. But then get Ask Jeeves.
Have AI create Ask Jeeves and then type that in.
Or just have AI create the video.
I'm just going to have AI create the video for me, and I'm just going to put my face on it.
Bing. Hey, AI, do you remember that one video from like way back where the guy rolls over the car and then says something funny? Make that.
You mean this? Oh, yeah.
No, there is actually one other piece of content that I missed that it was not widely spread. It was very, very, very... I think it was actually just hosted off of my friend's actual computer and not a server somewhere, but he built a website dedicated to the fact that there was a stegosaurus hidden under the bleachers at MHS.
Oof.
And it was like a whole secret thing, and how like there was a fire drill one day and he stayed in the school like while they were like wrangling it and feeding it and shit.
Oh.
And it was like and he had like photoshopped all these pictures like with like it in the background somewhere like side it was one of the most beautiful pieces of fucking fake media I have ever seen. And it's just gone.
Gone forever, man.
Damn.
Wiped. Somebody bought the domain and said, fuck that.
Seriously, man. It's just gone.
So wait, somebody owns ManhattanStegosaurus.com? Get him on the phone.
Elon!
He's just trying to cover the fact that it's true.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe that's why it's gone.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's really all I have for the internet. So there's so much more to
That's
it.
not all the internet has for us.
Serious.
Gonna fucking bury it.
Prove me right.
You know what else it has
Internet.
for us? It's got
I know.
some,
I got really aggressive there for a second.
it has advertising. That's what it's always going to have.
No matter what, you will always get advertised. No matter what. No matter what.
Speaking of which, we would like to thank our sponsors, us.
Thanks, me.
That's really all I have to say. Thanks, me.
Welcome.
You know, I like going onto the internet because I can see videos on there that will make me happy even when I'm sad. So like a good cat video, you know?
Or nude people.
Always a good decision.
That are... Yeah, I'm getting shy.
I noticed. Well, you know what? If you go on to gettinsidetracked.com, you know what you're not going to see?
Naked people.
Exactly. And in our case, that's a good thing.
Just don't zoom in on Dusty's picture.
It's like Disney, you know?